All right. So I'm trying to connect to Monica. I don't know why we have such a difficult time connecting, but we do. I'm going to try to get over this hurdle. I really am. I'm going to do this one more time before I go to sleep. Yep, y'all could hear her, but I could not hear her for not even one word. I could not hear one word. So, hi, Sandra. Sandra, did you have your name on the list today? You got this. I see you just fine, fine. Okay, let's see if Monica comes in. And then if she does, we're going to have our talk. No, I couldn't hear. It's not spirit's not liking you. So let's try again. This is crazy. Hi. Everybody hear the whisper? No. What did it say? You guys got this. That's right. Monica?
Yep.
There we go. We got sound. We got sound. Um, all right. So I remember where we left off. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay. Are you crying?
No, I have allergies, or I don't know, my eyes
Oh,
have been watering.
okay.
No, not
Oh, I
crying.
know about
I
them
probably will be,
allergies.
who knows? We always keep having this connection problem every
Okay.
time. I don't know what is going on. I keep feeling like spirits are
I
angry
don't
with me
either.
or something.
Nah, not angry with you.
All right.
Oh, okay. So I'm ready. I remember where we were.
Okay.
God, heaven and hell.
Yeah.
So when you think about heaven and hell, you believe it to some degree. Give me more about that.
I mean, I do believe there is a heaven and hell, but I don't think it's, you know, a place that everybody would describe it as. Like they see hell as all, evil with, like volcanic. There's fire everywhere, and heaven is just, this place up in the sky with big fluffy clouds, and I don't see that image of heaven and hell. I mean, to me, all I see is heaven and hell as heaven is where the good people go, the people who, you know, that um, Jesus has a welcome to the gates of heaven, basically. And hell is the place where people who have evil in them will go. That's the only difference that I see, because I feel like we all go to the same place, but it's separated from the good and evil.
Okay. So if you have an understanding that heaven and hell is the difference between good and evil, and when you pray and you ask God for something, oh, I'm sorry, guys. When you ask God for something, you will. What is? I asked you, when you ask God for something, what was it? Forgiveness?
Yes,
Yeah, forgiveness. When you ask God for forgiveness, does He always forgive you? And you say yes.
yes. I do
Now,
feel like he does always forgive us.
do you think that God gets mad at people?
To me, sometimes I feel like yes, but that's just for me. Um, but just from, when I think of God, I think of love. And I know that that's kind of a I don't know how to say it, like how most people would say, when you think of God, you think of love, you think of happiness, faith, hope. So I don't really see that. God will get mad at people, but sometimes for myself, I feel like if I do something wrong, then, or something wrong happens, and I feel like, God's angry with me.
Okay. And this angry that God has towards you, do you believe that God is this way with everybody or God is just this way with you?
For me, I think it's just for me. I don't really see how it, really affects other people.
So do you believe that God gets angry with other people or that God only gets angry with you?
I I don't know how to answer that one.
Just think about it. And these, I told you, are going to be some really rough questions, but it's
Yeah.
okay. We're going to do the answers. If, do you believe that someone, and this is not yourself, just other people, could do something to piss God off, make him angry?
Yeah.
Okay. And does that also, so when you think about yourself, do you think that you can piss God off and make God angry?
Yeah, but I don't want to believe it because I feel that
Okay.
that's negative and I don't want to be negative.
That's okay. Just want to deal with whatever you believe.
Yeah.
For other people, do you believe that when they piss God off, because they can piss God off, do you believe that when they piss God off, that God forgives them all the time or sometimes?
Something's telling me all the time.
And when you come to bring it to yourself, if you piss God off, do you believe that God forgives you all the time or sometimes?
For myself, I feel like it's sometimes. But again, that's just the negative feeling that I don't want to feel.
It's okay. Just want to know what you feel. You
Yeah.
just only want to get to your truth. This is
Okay.
beautiful. Beautiful. Um, so what makes you feel that God does not treat you the same as God treats others? And you're doing good work. You're doing beautiful. See, this is hard work that you're doing.
It is hard. I don't know. I think it's just I don't know if it's just there's some negative that just won't leave that makes me feel this way, that I feel it's just like there's that negative energy that makes me think like it's God, but really it's not him. I think it's just myself, and that's what I want to believe because I don't want to, I want it. I want the answers basically. So so I think that might be what it is. I don't know if there's some kind of negative energy around me that just makes me feel this way, but
How long have you felt this way? All your life or just now in a couple of years? All your life. Good job.
pretty much all my life, yeah. I mean,
Good job.
I don't know. I don't know if if somebody put a curse on me or if I'm a jinx or something, but there's always that negative, and I'm like, I don't wanna feel that negative. I want to have the happiness around me. I want that positive because it's not just for myself. You know, I have I have my little one too that needs to feel that positive energy. So
That's right.
I don't know if that's the blockage that's making me feel the negative or what it could be.
Well, you're doing beautiful, and we're going to keep going. Don't try to,
Okay.
I don't want to think about where it comes from yet. I just want to concentrate on the things that are in front of you, meaning what is standing as your truth. The only thing I want to think about right now is what your truth is. That's
Okay.
it. Everything else will come back to. Um, and you're doing good.
Thank
And
you.
I love the fact that you said that you have felt this all your life, or even since you were a child.
Hmm.
I love it. Let me ask you a question. Who taught you about God?
I went to a private school from kindergarten to fifth, sixth grade. I went to a Catholic school, and of course, with my family being Catholic and going to church, that's that's where I learned it from, basically. Yeah,
Who was the person who gave you God? Mom, dad, both of them, aunt, uncle, sister, mother, cousin, brother. Who taught you about God?
my parents.
Was it both mom and dad?
Yes, yes. We always went to church on Saturdays or Sundays, as a family. So
When you were growing up, who taught you that who taught you that you were not who taught you that you were beautiful? Who
who
taught
taught me
you that?
that I
Who
was
taught you
beautiful?
that? And if there was nobody, you can say nobody. If you say my mother, my father, who taught you that you were beautiful?
Um,
Or who taught you that you were not beautiful?
I mean, growing up, I was, a pretty, I still kind of am a pretty heavy kid. My dad would always say, oh, you would be so much more beautiful if if you lost the weight. You don't need all that makeup. You're beautiful just the way you are. But it was always talk about the weight. But everybody would always tell me, you're a beautiful young lady and you'll be able, there's nothing horrible about you. And, but I don't know. I had growing up, I had been picked on a lot because of my weight and being told I was fat, ugly, and stupid. That I kind of just got used to that. So
Ashley.
yeah, I don't really know how to
Ashley.
answer that one either.
Well, you answered it and you did a good job. You did a good job. So if you go back and you look at your mom, and let's go to your mom and your dad. Your mom and your dad, and I heard you say about your dad um, that he would say to you, you know, take some of the weight off and take the makeup off, and you be pretty or
Yeah.
beautiful. What did your mom say? How did uh, interact with you in regards to being beautiful?
Well, my mom is actually a beautician, so she never really said anything about my looks. I mean, she always would say, "Yeah, you're beautiful. You're a good, you're beautiful. You're pretty." I mean, she never really said anything else to me about it.
Who taught you that these are very hard questions, and I'm listening to your spirit and I'm listening to your soul and I'm listening to how it feels. And because I'm listening to how it feels, I'm now asking you the question as to who taught that to you. Because how you feel is learned behavior.
Hmm.
Someone taught you how to feel this way. Who taught you that you were not worthy, beautiful, powerful, loving, kind, that you can do anything in this world that you want to? Who did not teach you that?
The first thought is my dad. And it's
Asha.
not that he doesn't love me or care about me or wants the best for me, but
That's
to him, it's like if you do good, you can always do better. Um, it's like it just felt like it was never good enough for him. No matter what we did,
Asha.
my brother or I, it was never good enough.
Asha. You're doing good. And sometimes people don't get to do as good as you're doing because, they get stuck in the admiration for their parents, because we do know that our parents love us and we do know that we love our parents. But it's beautiful when we can recognize the damage that has been done to us, not out of not loving us, you know what I mean? Not out of not wanting to do something for us. It's just that's it's just what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just what they gave us. But it's important for us to know it so that we can understand the movements that we make in our lives. And so what's so beautiful about you, I'm going to repeat back what you said so you can hear it, because you did such an amazing job in sharing your truth. And your question was, how do I get free, or how do I remove this energy from my life? How do I remove it, or how does it attach itself to me? And it's so beautiful because I always say that the answers are inside of you. They always are. That's why I always ask the hard questions. And you did a beautiful job, and I'm going to give you your answer back.
Okay.
You said God loves, loves everyone, and God judges everyone. But I believe that God judges me differently in terms of he may or may not forgive me. But I do believe that he forgives everyone else. And I learned about God in church. I mean, in going to school. And my mom and my dad, they taught me about God. And my dad, in specific, taught me a lot about, but he didn't really teach me how to love myself, how to give homage, or know that I'm beautiful, or know that I'm worthy, or know that I'm powerful. He didn't teach me those things. And so he also is the one who taught me about God.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, just from hearing that, to me, it makes me feel like I'm kind of comparing my dad to, like, the relationship with my dad to the relationship I have with God.
And how beautiful you are. Do you see how beautiful you are? You see that? You're so beautiful. You did that. You did that, baby girl. You did that. You did that. Ashe.
Now I'm crying.
It's okay. It's a good time to cry.
Yeah.
It's a good time to cry. It's beautiful. You did that. You did that. Yeah. And so it's beautiful because now the work is to identify God aside from how you have identified your relationship with your dad. And it's so beautiful because the people who give us God are typically our parents. And when our parents give us God, we typically understand God through their eyes of how they see us, how they teach us. And it's and we don't know that we're doing that.
Yeah.
But when we become aware that we're doing it, then we can fix it. And we can now have a relationship with God. See, you know God because you said you gave his attributes. You said God is loving and kind and forgiving. You just didn't see him as loving and kind and forgiveness for you. But now you know why you didn't see him as loving and kind and forgiving for you, which had nothing to do with God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today
Wow.
you meet God.
I wish life was this easy to figure out.
It is this easy. And you did it. You did
Oh my
it.
goodness.
You did it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much. I really needed this.
yeah, yeah. So now it's time to build your relationship with God.
Yeah,
And you can. And you can.
I need to. I need to. There's
Yeah.
so much going on right now that I really need to work on my faith and relationship with Him. I think that's the most important thing to get me through all the stress that I have.
Yeah. And see, when you get to that place, it's so beautiful. Because when you get to that place and you change the nature, or you actually get to know God, like right now you're in the posture where, oh my God, now I can really get to know God. And when you get in that posture of, oh my gosh, now I can really get to know God. Now you can depend on God. See, you couldn't depend on God before because God
Yeah,
was what, you know what I mean? You couldn't depend on God. But now you can build a relationship with God that you can depend on God.
yeah. That's
Beautiful.
definitely what I needed. I
Yeah.
think
Me
after
too.
just hearing that because of um I don't know, there's been like some posts that I've seen or whatever was saying like um these like special messages that they have every day that I repost, and it's basically saying like God hears your prayers, and um he's giving you this, what you've been praying for, what you've been asking for. And I'm like, well, maybe if I share it, I was kind of clear it out to the universe, then maybe that's kind of a way I'm connecting with him. Maybe he'll really hear me, understand what I'm saying, take away whatever pain I'm feeling. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to say this, and then I'm going to go get some rest. I wasn't going to leave tonight before we did this because I recognize when the obstacles come up that it's often whatever it is, the resistance that we have within ourselves. So I live in the space where God it lives inside of us, not just outside of us, but inside of us too. And
Hmm.
so we're trying to get free. When we're trying to get to God, or when we're trying to get to know God, there's going to be some oppositions that are going to come in the way sometimes when we're trying to get to know God. But
Hmm.
we just got to keep going through the obstacles. And the obstacle is always us. It's our fear, or it's our not thinking that we're worthy, or not thinking that God loves us. And so our fear of that gets in the way. We don't want to hear, I'm not sure, but something inside of us says we do. So we still call, we like try to connect, but something inside says, no, you're not worthy, you can't get it. So it's just the internal battle between ourselves to God, not God. God never gets in the way. God is always there. We're the only ones that get in the way. So I knew that this was just a struggle of, um, you getting in the way of getting to what you needed to hear yourself say. So today I was like, we're going to push through. If I got to take a nap, if I got to charge the phone, we're going to get through today.
I
So we
mean, the
did
fact
it.
that it's still working right now, I mean that has to be a sign that spirits must have wanted me to hear this. They didn't want me to hear, the hearings from Wednesdays, because twice we've tried to have it and always got disconnected. So I think they wanted
Yeah,
me to hear this, and that's why the connection's still pretty good.
yeah, 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 always. Yeah, always. You were, it's not that, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm just going to add something to it, okay? Not in disagreement with what you're saying. What I'm saying is that Spirit always wants you to have it. God always wants you to have it. It's never a time where God doesn't want you to have your answer. That doesn't exist. What can exist, though, is we can have fear, or we can get in the way of what God has already for us. So
Mhm.
tonight, just like every other night, was about overcoming your fear. It wasn't about overcoming God or whether God wanted you to hear it. It was about overcoming your internal fear. So today was the day that you decided to win. Had nothing to do with whether God wanted you to have it. God always wants you to have it. It
Yeah.
was about you wanting it and you winning. And today you wanted it, and today
Mhm.
you won. God is
Yeah.
always there and always giving you what you need. It's never that God is not doing it. God
Mhm.
has done it. It's just we have to get to it. And
Yeah.
tonight was the night you decided you was going to get to your answer today.
I wanted an answer.
So it
I
came.
like when I can get the answers.
Yes, yes. So you did it. So now we can go to sleep. I love
Yeah.
you so much.
Love you too. Thank you so much. I'm just thankful we were able to get this without as many interruptions or disconnections and whatnot.
Yeah, you did it. You did a good job. I'll
Thank
see
you.
you tomorrow.
All right, you go get some sleep.
All right, bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Bye. I say thank you guys so much. I really love y'all. Whew, my goodness, I love y'all. Because when I come on here and to do this work with these beautiful souls, you guys always show up with your beautiful, loving, kind energy. And y'all bring that energy to the table. And so because that beautiful, loving, kind, powerful energy is here at the table, we all can sustain ourselves comfortably and get through whatever it is we need to get through. You guys don't know how amazing you are. You just, I'm sure you do, but I'm just saying, I'm recognizing how amazing you are. And I want to tell you that I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I give thanks for your presence in my life. I really do. Now we can end our session by saying what I always say every night. And if you agree, you can say, I agree, or you can say, I am abundance. And here we go. I am abundance in my spiritual walk. I hear from God. I hear from angels and I hear from our loved ones who have made the transition. And I hear from them and deliver to you those souls that are drawn to me, and I am drawn to them. That message that was divinely given. And the reason that it was given is to return that person to that beautiful internal strength that is within them, to return to the beautiful divine God that lives within them. It's a beautiful place to have God awaken inside of oneself. And that is the work that I do with the gift that was given to me. And I love it so much. I am abundance in my health. My heart is so beautifully restored. My body functions just as it is supposed to. I am abundance in my finances, which means that there is nothing that I need or that I want that I cannot have access to based on money. I am adding to this tonight that I am abundance in my finances, so much so that I am available to those who cannot afford to have access to anyone to assist them, because those who can afford and those who have the financial ability to support this work, they give and they also invest in themselves in doing the workshops and the sister circles. So this thing runs like a fine machine in order to be able to assist all of those that I am supposed to assist and for them to assist me. And I love this work. I love myself with all of my heart. And I am abundance in love and joy and peace and harmony. And I'm sharing this space in this space with all of you. Ashe. 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 And Janelle was the first one to say, I am abundance. Lady Audrey, I love you too, sis. June, I am abundance and amazing in life. Angel, I agree, and I am abundance. Monica, I am abundance. Cheryl, I am abundance. Danica, I am abundance. Joanne, we have abundance to have each other. Thank God I hear God vibrate every time someone come live. My heart loves that energy. Ashe. Miss Nina, I agree. I am abundance. June, I am abundance. Aaron says, I love your hair. Thank you, Aaron. I try to do something with this stuff. Joanne, I am abundance of love, health, and financially. Ashe. Ashe. Thank you, guys. And listen, if you, Lori says, I am abundance. Listen, please support me. Please support me. There are so many ways you can support me in the work, support the new practice and my team by sharing this video. You can share this video on your page. You can share this video in a group. Help me get out there so that I can assist beautiful souls that I am supposed to assist. And they too are assisting me. So please share the video, guys. Also, you can purchase my book. It's like $1.99. I'll drop the link in here. It's called Wounded by Christianity, Healed by God. It's like $2. I made it so affordable so that people can really get it and that it would be a blessing in their life. So please support me that way. And if you buy the book, rate the book. I love the ratings. Also, you can do donations. I'm very open to donations only if Spirit led you. Only if Spirit told you to do it. You can leave donations. You can also join the workshops. You can join the sister circle. There's so many ways to support me, your sister. So please do that. If this is a blessing to you, please allow it to be a blessing to someone as well. Help me do this work. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow around 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. Bye.